Check the radar. This zone to the northwest here, making some thunder for the last several minutes and some lightning here, is the only like red and yellow part of precipitation on this entire, like, there's like a bunch of like clouds and rain on the Midwest, like eastern Iowa, in western Illinois. You can, I don't know if you can see the differences in lighting, probably not, but there's an almost full moon coming through the clouds as well. Today I was going to do auto repair, and I just wasn't feeling it. There was in fact a X-flare today, and it would have been right about the time I'd be going out to get started, and it would have been basically in the part of the sky, the open end of the driveway. I would have been just baking an extra UV, catch a sunburn working on a car. So I just kind of wasn't feeling it, and I didn't, and it turned out to kind of be the correct thing. But then thinking I was going to do it tomorrow, but depending on how much rain falls as to whether or not my jack will be able to function in the driveway. But anyways, this cat friend is out. This little thunder boomer is the only big center on all of this rain. Everything else is very faint green. So just off in this northwest distance, which, mind you, if you've been following my videos, is the direction and roughly the vicinity where this thunderhead is where that persistent inflow band of moisture is also typically located. Also of interest, since going to my cousin's funeral on Sunday, I have been receiving a ton of weird suggestions on YouTube. And they keep coming, which is interesting because, like, I'm not subscribing to channels. I'm not clicking like on some of these videos. A couple of them I have, but not a lot. And in fact, there's a video I was watching before a stroke of thunder, lightning hit and thunder crashed at precise timing with words that were being spoken on one of these videos. I found that very fascinating. Not ascribing direct meaning or connection or anything, but certainly some fun coincidences, if nothing else. The sun had a far side prominence erupt, and then within enough time for the, that was a close one, enough time for the electrical energy to travel to the other side of the sun, that on the far side, about a half hour later, there was an almost identical eruption. And right now, if the sun is hitting flares on the other side of the planet, this is the side where we're kind of at the opposite from where it would be hitting. And up until this afternoon, this thunderstorm and rain was not, I mean, it hasn't rained here yet, but this supposed rain and thunderstorm has not, was not in the forecast. I'll show you. It's either a dark tuft of grass or a black cat sitting next to the igloo in the distance behind it. Maybe it's just grass. Not really had a lot of thunder with the structural support in the great room under the skylights, and it seems like it kind of vibrates the floor with the roof, so thunder was a lot more noticeable, like inside the house. There's definitely a large dark mass of cloud, and I believe the direction it's moving, it's going to kind of go just to the north of me, facing at the house here. Oh, let me zoom that back out. Ooh, there we go. But definitely there's a large mass of cloud, as well as the general overcast. But you can see the truck, and just above it, you probably can almost make out the windmill. And from there, over about here, it arcs up and then back over toward there. This big dark mass. I think it's a gust front. And below it is kind of the cloud limb you've been able to see every time the lightning flashes. We'll get another one here in a second. But there's also a little bit more subpolar circle, like Arctic Circle aurora at this time as well. So yeah, a lot of really interesting stuff going on in our magnetosphere and atmosphere right now. There, you probably saw that underside of the cloud, and it's moving in like a gust front. I feel the wind picking up. But what I can see with my own nocturnal vision is definitely this dark mass is kind of round. I don't know if it's really rotating. It's kind of small for that, but you never know. But we haven't had a lot of rain, and kind of this, it's like a cloud base almost. Seems like it's not quite over me. Ooh, every time I look away. But yeah, so this being the only thing that had any kind of serious heavy rainfall makes me wonder if there wasn't some kind of a small, maybe it could be LP supercell or something going on there. I didn't even see lightning for that thunder. And I think there is a little bit of rain falling almost due north. We'll see if we get another flash of lightning or if it's just the trees I'm seeing. A lot of moonlight coming down through some of these other segments of clouds. That's really dark, really. Oh, yeah, there's a little teensy. Ooh, yeah. There's a little bit of rain to the north. Temperature's dropping quick. Very slight breeze. But I don't think the serious precip's quite going to hit here. I think the amount of rain that was on my forecast was for Sperry proper, not someplace that is approximately the same latitude. But I'm actually just a smidge south of there too. But Mediapolis definitely going to get some good rain. Holy shit, that was positive and it struck something. So yeah, this is a strong little piece of thunderstorm here. Like I said, it became a red band a little bit before reaching that spot, but it's been kind of around that spot here for a little while, moving slow. And there's northwest, there's some, well, it's got to be moonlight coming down through another part of cloud or something. It's very light, unless that's hail. Another thunder with no visible lightning. Might be rain. Yeah, I think it's downpouring due north. Yes, I hear rain. Plus the highway, plus a train, but yeah, part of this here is just about to be over me, so there is going to be a little bit of rain here, but sounds like wind in the distance. Ooh, there was a big white line. This is very interesting to have this, like, out of nowhere thunderstorm when it was just going to be cloudy and like some sunny tomorrow, but the sun's doing stuff. Oh yeah, there's Mamatis overhead. I can just barely make out that there's something ripply. Minneapolis lights are not really prominent under the cloud base anymore. Trying to kind of hold the camera up and toward where the lightning's going to be. Holy crap. Yeah, there's some green back there. Ooh, that was close. Man, I qualify this as the first spring thunderstorm, even though it's technically still winter. Upper level wind at 30 to 40 feet's a little stronger than it is on the ground, I think. That's my tree creaking. Oh, yeah, that gust front thing's moving past. But there's more behind it. Definitely a lot lighter spot. Might be the back of the storm. I think that main mass of the thunderhead has moved to the east. Ooh, that was cool. V-shaped. Windmill's really starting to turn. And this rear of the cloud base is almost acting like a wall. I don't know that this is the right kind of system. There's just a lot of wind. Or if it's just pouring rain behind and this is all just the front. Starting to feel some tiny cold raindrops. Oh, I can hear it pouring to the north. There you can see that cloud mass there. Top just off right from center. Oh, I hear rain falling. My God, it's pouring to the north. Oh, it's dumping. Ooh, little ball lightning. Streamer off of a tree or something. I don't know if that was in frame or not. I'm seeing a couple of sparkles. Plasmoids. If you can hear that, that is rain, like 5 miles from here. Ooh la la. And you won't be able to see unless the lightning flashes. Ooh, air pressure or something changed. I'm a little light. Tighten the chest. There's inflow reaching in from the clouds to the west, like fingers. If it flashes, you should be able to see it. Oh, and there's more lightning to the west. Sprinkles. Yeah, it's reaching out to the other part. They're coming together pretty fast here. I think you might have been able to see a bit of it there. Somebody hauling ass on the highway. Something else that sounds like an aircraft. I think DNR flew over a couple days ago. Maybe that's a train. Anyway, yeah, it's starting to rain. I'm going to have to head in pretty soon. But this cloud from the west is moving in faster than the actual storm cloud itself is traversing. So I think there's inflow bands and Looks like I'm going to get a little bit of rain anyway, so we'll see what the ground looks like in the morning as to whether or not I'm able to do car repairs. And that's about all I can do here because I'm getting hit in the face and the eyeballs. Give me one more lightning flash. Big bright one. Oop, there's little ones to the west in the distance. Oh, there we go. There's that finger mass has turned into its own little front. It's so like easily visible with the contrast to the lighter clouds in the distance with the rain. And this camera's just not picking it up. Oh, that whole cloud mass that was turning into a finger is now almost into a wedge shape. That's kind of odd. I guess I'm going to keep recording. Wow, that thing's got some pretty interesting movement. Oh, give us a flash. Ooh, I don't know if that'll show up. Yeah, I don't know if that's trying to turn into a microburst or what. Just keeps having kind of a fingerish thing. A couple of those. Something's pulling down even farther. It's a little odd, I think. And the other band that was behind is now pulling into it. Probably won't be able to see that. Turkeys. You might have been able to see that. This is all like new dense cloud mass that's like coalescing just to the north. Whoa, that came from eastward. There is something in my woods. Might have been foxes, might have been turkeys. I haven't heard any flapping or anything, but I heard something going a couple of times. And also there was a couple of owl hoots that were just way too close together. Unless it knew the storm was coming or something, but it was just like hoot, 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 hoot. They don't do that. In the distance. I feel bad for them if they're out in the rain. Cold leather. All right, well, now it's getting chilly and I'm going inside. Not seeing any glowing eyes in the woods. Thank you for joining me.